sure that Bo Jackson cannot move to the outside. Right out here is Al Harris. When he comes across, he's kind of screening in here. Jackson's going to come. He has to go this way, cannot go outside because Harris is there. Watch what happens. The right of your screen, here's Harris. He just takes everything back to the inside. Simmons is there, and then the defensive line and linebackers make the play in the middle. No place to run.
The Raiders are 1 of 3 in third down conversions. This is a 3rd and 8 with the ball at the 50. Fernandez, Galt, the wide receivers. Pressure coming. Trader unloading for Fernandez, and it's almost picked off by Isel Jenkins. He was probably as surprised as anybody that it hit him right between the numbers.
He hit him in the face. Hit him right smack in the face mask. There was a blitz on the outside, and he had to dump the ball. I'm sorry, I'm going to hit him in the face.
You love it.
Oh, yeah, I do. It hits you between the eyes. You should catch it.
Gossett in to punt it away for the Raiders. Gizmo Williams waiting back at the 10-yard line for the Eagles. We'll be selecting the Budweiser MVP for today's game at the conclusion of the contest. So the busiest players on the field so far today, the 2 punters. As Gossett hangs up a high one, a short one. Fair catch called for by Gizmo Williams, and he's got it. Let's look back at that play where Isel Jenkins got it right between the eyes.
Well, he's turning one way, and the ball's thrown away, even from Galt. No one can catch the ball. But when Isel turns around, the ball hits him right smack in the face. I love it. Look at him. He's upset. He thought, well, maybe I should have had it. That's what you call looking the ball all the way in. Sorry, but it's beautiful.
If it would have stuck in his helmet. What an interception.
That would have been an
interception. What an interception. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Keith fires on the carry, banging his way out across the 25 near the 29-yard line. And Mike Wise is down on the play, an injured Los Angeles Raider. He was holding onto his knee very early. Wise was in on that sack, along with Bob Golick of Randall Cunningham. The only sack so far for the Los Angeles Raiders. Here's the play coming at you, and if you're a linebacker, you get a good idea of the way the play is developing for the Philadelphia Eagles.
They're going to come to the left-hand side of the screen, and you're going to see them coming. They're coming right at you. There's number 90, Wise, that goes down. And just excellent block. And Tony gets a good block, number 25. That time for Byers. Byers blocks for Tony. Tony blocks for Byers. Very simple process. I don't think he got hurt hitting the knee or anywhere. I just think that got the wind knocked out of him.
Stay tuned for the second half of our NFL doubleheader on most of these NBC stations, and many of our viewers will see the Patriots taking on Joe Montana, the Super Bowl champion San Francisco 49ers, and it's going to be a homecoming of sorts for NBC's Bill Walsh in that San Francisco-New England game. It'll be played at Stanford Stadium in Palo Alto. Bill, the coach of the Stanford Cardinal back in 77 and 78, captured bowl victories in both seasons with Stanford, and also captured a Super Bowl win in that stadium over the Miami Dolphins. Join us for the second half of our doubleheader as Tony picks up the first down. Tony all the way out to the 40-yard line. A run of close to 11 yards.
Well, you got to like Tony's running, but again, the play before, Tony blocked for Byers. On this play here, you're going to see Keith Byers blocking for Tony. The offensive line is blocking. There's no question about it. But it's just nice to see. This guy right here. Here's Tony 25, but right in front of him is Byers, and watch the block he gets in the hole. Here comes the block into the hole, and that's on Jerry Robinson. Enables Tony to make the break, and then, of course, Davis gives him a little flipper downfield, number 70, and says that's far enough.
Pitch goes to Byers. Won't be able to turn the corner. Stop for no gain. The linebackers got there. The leading tackler so far this season for the Los Angeles Raiders, one of the first ones over there. That's Tom Benson out of Oklahoma. The Raiders are his 4th team after playing with the Falcons, the Chargers, and he was with New England last year.
Don't you just have the feeling, now watch this, that we sat for hours with Philadelphia yesterday, and we talked to everybody about what are you going to do offensively. They said the second half we want to run against the Raiders. But don't you have the feeling that they're setting up some kind of play action, some reverse, something that's going to catch the Raiders defense guessing?
They worked on a couple of gadget plays. This one's a straight power play, though. It only goes to the 41 on the carry by Tony. That was a 2nd and 10 situation. Brings up 3rd and long, but during practice this week, we were told that the Eagles did work on a couple of gadget plays. We'll see if they implement them later in the contest. When I say gadget plays, the reverse, the fake reverse, maybe the lateral back to Randall Cunningham. That very well should be the final play of the first quarter. Offensively, a sluggish start for both sides. There's the gun, ending the first 15 minutes of play at Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia with no score.
What this
We've just completed the first quarter of play at Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia, and welcome back once again. I'm Joel Myers along with Paul McGuire. Randall Cunningham, the quarterback of the Eagles, Paul, the leading rusher for the Philadelphia Eagles. He needs more protection, and now he's going with a little bit more.
Well, not really. He's going with less. See, he used to wear this big fat pad here on his thigh. Now, because he wants more mobility, he's going to go with this little guy. But the amazing thing about it, they don't weigh that much more. The amazing thing about it, he's gone to bigger shoulder pads.
Exactly.
So he's going to take him on upper part of his body and not give him a shot at his legs.
And yesterday he showed us what Matt Cavanaugh works with, which is almost no shoulder pads at all.
Yeah, well, Cavanaugh didn't play that much either.
That's the point. Cunningham and the Eagles looking at a 3rd and 8 to start the second quarter, close to 9. Ball to their own 41-yard line. 3 wide receivers in there. Cunningham. The pocket holds up over the middle for Jackson. The tight end's got it and gets the first down across the 50. It was tipped by Terry McDaniel. The quarterback can't do much better on coverage on that type of play.
You know, it's perfect coverage, and you're talking about here's an all-pro tight end, and he shows you exactly why he's an all-pro tight end. That's Keith Jackson. The coverage is perfect. Cunningham sees him going across. Look at McDaniels is there. McDaniels there. No chance to get the ball. The most important part about this is when Keith Jackson caught the ball, he's still 2 yards or so away from a first down. Total concentration, gets the ball. Now look, he's got to go across the yard marker and picks up another 3 yards and a first down.
1st and 10 for the Eagles. Design roll for Cunningham. He's got room to move. He'll take it inside the 45 and take a hit at the 42-yard line. 7 yards on the carry for Randall Cunningham, the leading ground gainer for the Philadelphia Eagles. Cincinnati with another field goal, a 30-yarder and a 29-yarder now from Jim Breach. Miami by 4 over Green Bay, down to Joe Robbie. Buffalo on the board first against the 1-5 New York Jets. Houston with the early lead down at the Astrodome. And Minnesota with a field goal as well for a lead as Kansas City tries to bounce back from their loss to the Raiders last week. Myers on the carry near the first down marker. I believe he got it. Just inside the 39-yard line of the Raiders. Jerry Robinson in on the stop for Los Angeles. And it is enough for another Eagle first down.
Even though Jerry Robinson has been around for 11 years, to give you an idea of the quality of player that he is and the speed that he still has maintained over 11 years, when they go into their dime or nickel package and bring in a defensive back, he's one of the guys that stays in there and he's in coverage.
1st and 10 for the Eagles. Wise is back in there now with the defensive front as Tony just rambles his way inside the 35. Extra effort by Anthony Tony.
The continuous effort of Tony is just keeping his legs moving, even though he's running with his back to the defense. He just kept pushing people and picked up an extra 2 yards by keeping his legs moving.
8 carries now, 32 yards for Anthony Tony. Wise was in on that last play. He's got a bruised right shoulder. As you can see, he's trying to get some movement out of it right now. They were tightened up quite easily, though. Damp and cool. Cunningham on the throw. Ron Johnson with his 2nd catch of the year for a first down inside the 25 to the 23-yard line. Working to the quarterback line of Washington.
He works on Washington. He beats him. But the thing that makes this play is the play-action pass by Cunningham, which freezes the linebackers. As soon as he does this play, you're going to see Washington will not have any help underneath. Here comes Johnson downfield, number 85. Washington is there. When he makes the turn, now look at underneath. You see there are no linebackers there to make any help. Finally, Lyndon King from the other side comes over to help out. It's too late.
Johnson stays in there along with Carter. And what a pop in the back field by Greg Townsend. They applied the hit.